Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Vivienne.
And this is Burger of the Week.
Each week we discuss an episode of the Fox animated series, Bob's Burgers, and we create a themed burger based on the episode.
Today we're talking about Season 3, Episode 5, An Indecent Thanksgiving Proposal.
Which is obviously a reference to An Indecent Proposal, but
Right.
Thankfully does not follow the same storyline.
Which I have not seen.
Well, I wikied it, and it's basically like a guy who just wants to sleep with another guy's wife, so he offers him a bunch of money to do it, they go along with it, and then that creates a lot of problems in their marriage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This episode was written by Lizzie and Wendy Molyneux, directed by Tyree Dillahay, and aired November 18th, 2012. So around Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well,
for Americans.
Yeah, for Americans. For us, this year, Thanksgiving is on October 9th. So.
Wow. Early October.
Yeah, it's coming up. This episode guest stars Lindsay Stoddard, who voices Shelby, and she also voices Cynthia Bush, which is Logan's mom.
Whom we saw in the first episode of Season 3.
Yep. Earsy Rider.
Yep.
The store next door this week is Colonial Bologna. Which
it's so dumb.
I wanted to rhyme, so I'm like Colonial
Bologna.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want it to be. It doesn't work. Anyway. Maybe it's like a reference to something I just don't get.
I just think it's super dumb, but I like it anyway. Like, bologna is just, to me, it's such a funny word.
And they actually wrote it like bologna, like the way it's written, instead of bologna, which is apparently how you write it. Oh, anyway.
Yeah. The exterminator van was the last of the Mousehekins.
That's cute.
Cute. And we had one burger of the day, which was the Plymouth Rockford burger.
Okay, every time I see Plymouth, I want to call it Plymouth. And then I was trying to figure out how to say this burger name, and I was like, Plymouth Rockford? That doesn't make sense.
Oh boy. 'Cause you get the Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Of course.
All right.
Plymouth. It's like a terrible saw trap.
Ugh. Okay, so how about we just dive right in?
Sure, why not?
Okay. The Belchers shop for a Thanksgiving turkey, and Bob has a bizarre selection process. Back at the restaurant, Mr. Fischoeder offers the Belchers 5 months of free rent in exchange for everyone, excluding Bob, pretending to be his family for Thanksgiving dinner to help him win back the home-wrecking love of his life.
Right off the bat, I'm going to say straight up, I don't like the episode.
What? Really?
I like parts of it.
I like this episode a lot, actually.
I'll explain why. And maybe we can discuss it after the episode.
Okay.
I don't like how unrealistic it is. I know it's weird for a cartoon, but it really takes me out of it.
What's the unrealistic aspect of it?
Mr. Fischoeder's guest hunting Bob through the house.
Okay, but up to that point, do you like the episode, or is it just the end that kind of ruins it in hindsight?
It seems like a big ruse, it's too out of this world to believe. It's not believable. And again, I say it's really weird to say that from a cartoon, but most of the episodes are fairly grounded in reality.
I guess. I just don't think it's that unrealistic considering whose guest it is. It's Mr. Fischoeder.
Right.
He would hunt people for sport if he could, which I'm actually sure he does.
I wouldn't doubt it for the world.
And do you remember the episode? It comes much later than this, so spoilers, guys. But there is an episode where he has most of the town do like a water balloon fight, and that's pretty ridiculous.
That. But it's a water balloon fight. That's fun.
Yeah,
it's the owner of Wonder Wharf getting the community together to have a big game. I mean, the purpose of the game is awful, reducing rent. Mm-hmm. But that's more believable to me than the family in the end of this episode not screaming and calling the police immediately because someone is shooting Bob.
Well, what are the police gonna do? They're gonna take longer to get there than they can do anything. So
the reaction to me is like, oh no, this is so outrageous. What's going on? this woman's crazy, instead of, holy crap, this psycho lady is shooting a gun at my husband. My children are here. Everyone's gonna die.
She says she's just gonna maim him.
Right. Sure, I doubt her aim is that good.
Hey, her aim is good.
I know,
she's a
been
sharpshooter.
known for a sharpshooter. Right.
No, I guess with the current climate of like gun control and stuff, it's not a great episode to have someone just running after someone with a gun and no one really having a very strong reaction until the point where she actually shoots the gun and then they think Bob was shot. Okay. I don't know. It's just, like I said,
there's great elements of the episode. I love a lot about the episode. As a whole, it's not one of my favorites. There are better Thanksgiving episodes. And
okay, yeah. I don't think it's the best Thanksgiving episode, but there's a lot of this episode that I love. So I do still really enjoy it.
Well, we can get started at the beginning, Bob's selection process of the turkey.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's hilarious, and I love the sheer amount of Bob talking to inanimate objects that we get in this episode, especially Lance the turkey, which Lance is such a beautiful name for a turkey, right?
Yeah.
So appropriate.
Gorgeous. I expect the turkey to have like long flowing hair like Fabio and just...
Is that how you picture Lance?
Yeah, and on the cover of a book, like, Seductress Turkey Town.
What?
The Seductress of Turkey Town, starring Lance, the gorgeous...
turkey?
Sure.
It's a Thanksgiving romance.
Yeah, it is. It's a Thanksgiving romance, and Linda would read the crap out of that book.
Oh, she totally would.
Yeah.
Okay. One of my favorite quotes right at the beginning is... It's like The Bachelor, but at the end, the one he chooses gets eaten. That's what happens on The Real Bachelor. They just don't show it on camera. Oh, man. I've never in my life watched a second of The Bachelor. Don't really know anything about it. But...
I'd watch that show.
Yeah. I mean, animated. I don't want actual people getting eaten. You're like, we won't miss them.
I like the kids completely shutting down Bob about their favorite... holiday.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is not our favorite holiday in any sense of the word.
Now, why do you think it's Bob's favorite holiday?
I don't know. It's always been his favorite holiday. I don't know whether it's because he just loves to cook, and it's the only chance that he gets to cook for his family.
Or like a fancy meal anyway, because we know he cooks for his family.
We always see Linda cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I feel like Bob's cooked before in the house.
If you watch carefully, you can notice that most of the time, I don't remember many occasions where Bob is actually serving. He's usually the one sitting at the table when Linda's cooking breakfast or whatever.
Huh.
So...
Well, I guess it makes sense. He cooks for a living. He probably doesn't really want to do it at home that often.
I wonder about why it's his favorite. Just because, why not Easter? Maybe it's too religious.
Maybe. My headcanon is that Bob's mother, before she passed away, she used to make a really big deal about Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And he has good childhood memories around it, so he wants to create good childhood memories for his kids and keep that tradition going.
Sure.
So that's why he kind of obsesses over it, and he wants it to be perfect, and that's my headcanon. I know it's not, like, in the show, but it makes sense in, like, to me.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you have a holiday ranking, Jason?
It goes Halloween, Christmas, Halloween, my birthday.
You can't have Halloween twice.
Well, I like it. No, I don't really care too much about holidays. I do like Christmas, only because of the gift. And the desserts are usually really good. I also really like Halloween time, because it's usually pumpkin pie.
Oh,
time.
Right.
Which is also, of course, Canadian Thanksgiving, like early October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Halloween, then Christmas, then like your birthday, maybe?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Christmas would be my top one, because like family tends to get together around that time, and that's nice. Even though I hate gift hunting because it's super stressful, to me at least. But I like getting gifts, and I like giving gifts once I have them.
Right. Giving a great gift, like you feel like you really nailed it, feels very good.
Yes, it does. So Christmas, and then probably my birthday, also because of gifts. Because usually around that time, I'm like, man, I need money, and then I get money. And then, like, Halloween after that. I do love Halloween because I love dressing up.
And you love fall.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is very meh to me because I'm a vegetarian, so it's not like I'm going to take part in this whole big turkey roast thing that people do.
Sure.
It's still nice, I guess. It's kind of whatever to me. And Easter is somewhere around the same place as Thanksgiving, because meh. Anyway, listeners, I want to know, do you have a holiday ranking? Is Arbor Day your favorite holiday?
It sounded like you said bidet.
Arbor Day, not bidet.
Arbor Day. I thought you were trying to say our birthday, and you just forgot the TH.
No.
Arbor Day? What the fuck is Arbor Day?
I don't know. It's a holiday, isn't it?
Isn't that Tree Day or something?
Shh, whatever. Not arboreals. Arbors. Like sailors, I think.
You trying to say Aurora Borealis? Aurora Borealis Day?
Aurora Borealis?
I'd celebrate Aurora Borealis Day.
No. Okay, can you make up a holiday, Jason?
Yes. Movie Day.
Movie Day.
Yep. That's where you watch movies all day long.
National Movie Day.
Yep.
I like it.
Everybody in the whole country watches the same movie. And then the next week, social media is all about that movie. And everybody can pass back and forth their opinions and thoughts. Actually, let's make it movie month. Every month this happens.
Okay, everyone's got to take work off.
Yeah, exactly.
For a month.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Just one movie a day.
Maybe one movie a week. Okay, fine. It's like book club. One movie a week. No, one movie a month. And then everyone talks about it in the whole world. And I get to pick the movie.
Okay. Jeez, crown yourself king of National Movie Year.
Yep, and every movie is National Treasure.
Oh my god, no! Okay.
Fine, we'll just do a Nick Cage rotation.
Oh no.
What about your holiday?
Oh god.
Dog Day?
No. I don't know, I can't think of one.
You posed the question and you can't think of one.
I know, I wanted to know yours. National Make Up a Swear Day. So you have to make up some sort of curse word.
Use it during the day?
Yeah.
But then nobody will know what it is. Maybe that's where
we're adding to the dictionary of swears.
Okay.
That's what I want.
That's a lot of swears added at once.
Well, there's only going to be some golden ones out there. There's going to be some real turds. Because no one wants to, like, start saying, instead of don't F with me, don't spaghetterino with me, you know? So there's only going to be some... There's not going to be a lot of good ones. But the good ones that come out of it are going to be great.
Are we still talking about Bob's this episode, or are we just...
I don't know. Alright, let's get back on track.
So, Bob finds a bottle of absinthe, drinks it, and desperately tries to keep up the Thanksgiving traditions while his family pretends to be the Fishouters. Mr. Fishouter's love interest, Shelby, is fooled. Things unravel as Bob continues to drink and his family refuses to take part in their traditions. Bob loses it completely when Mr. Fishouter kisses Linda. So these traditions, like, Bob just created them for his kids. Mm-hmm. He just pushed them onto his kids. Yeah. That's not how you do traditions. Traditions are something that come about naturally, I think.
Well...
And organically.
Yeah. I think some do and some don't. But generally, pushing people to keep doing them every year is going to make people hate them instead of love them.
Absolutely.
I don't think that the kids actually hate it. Like, in the flashbacks that we see, they seem to be enjoying them.
Bob is remembering them with rose-colored glasses.
That's a good point.
I don't think these are actually the legit memories.
Oh, okay. So we're getting a skewed vision.
Yeah. I don't think our narrator is very reliable.
Good point, good point.
I don't see Gene ever loving football.
Yeah, it is a sport.
Exactly.
I think Bob just really wants to spend time with his family and be shown the same kind of, like, love and affection that they're showing Mr. Fishouter. Mm-hmm. And he sort of sees this as, like, the holiday for that to happen. For him to be able to spend time individually with all of his kids to make memories, and he's really sad that that's not happening this year.
Because I think his kids are treating it just like every other day, and they have an opportunity to get some prizes for Mr. Fischoeder.
Yeah, which I wonder what those prizes would be. Considering Mr. Fischoeder, I'm like imagining antique torture devices.
Yeah, he's very eccentric, so he has probably very bizarre prizes to win.
Yeah. I feel like Louise should have tried to aim to get Mr. Fischoeder's golf cart. Because that would be pretty awesome.
I could see her driving around with one of those.
Oh, yeah.
I could also see Louise pressuring him to just give her money.
Yeah, that too. For sure. So when you first watched this episode, did you notice the reference to My Neighbor Totoro? Or yes. Totoro? I'm not sure how people say that.
Totoro, Totoro.
Oh, okay.
That's the song.
So My Neighbor Totoro?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's pretty hard to miss it.
I didn't know what it was the first time I watched it because I hadn't watched
seen the
movie.
Yeah.
And I still haven't seen the full movie. I've only seen like part of it.
I thought you finished it.
No, I didn't finish it. So, so I don't completely get it, but I know enough to know that it's a reference. Mm-hmm. And I think that the animation is really, really cute.
Oh, yeah. Like all the vegetables sprouting out of the ground.
Beautiful.
It was insane. It must have been a lot of work.
Yeah. But what really always stands out to me is how happy the Belchers look, especially when they're still down on the ground and they're watching all the vegetables like come out and they're helping Lance / Totoro, and it's it's really cute. They all look so happy. The smiles are like taking up half of their face. It's adorable.
It's weird too. It's like the animation's a little off.
It's a little off-putting, but cute.
It seemed to come out of nowhere too, that the reference or the homage, because it wasn't a recent movie when the episode came out in 2012. I mean, My Neighbor Totoro came out early 2000s.
Yeah.
So it's been like a decade.
And it's not really relevant to Thanksgiving. It is very out of place. I guess I don't mind it because it's coming through Bob's hallucination or like a dream, I guess. But it is kind of weird. It's very much just like shoehorned in there.
For anybody who doesn't know what absinthe is, it's a licoricey flavored green alcohol. It's very strong, and it's usually infused with wormwood, which if you get like legit absinthe and not just manufactured from like the United States without the wormwood, it can induce hallucinations. And you're usually meant to pour it over a sugar cube, over a spoon. Oh. Otherwise, it could just be really gross, the flavor. And you don't need a lot of it. It gained a lot of popularity in, I think, around the time that Britney Spears' song Toxic came out. Oh. And Marilyn Manson had a bunch of music videos which featured absinthe as well. And most recently in Girls Trip, the girls drank absinthe, and yeah, and they were definitely high. Yep, they were definitely hallucinating. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to try like proper absinthe. I think that might be a little scary. Not sure how I feel about having hallucinations. Plus licorice. Ew, yeah. I didn't know it was licorice flavored. You said that and I was like, no thanks. So as much as the reference does kind of come out of nowhere, I do really love Drunk Bob. Like, I love Drunk Bob. He's so funny. He's being a total jerk, but I love it anyway. When he comes out and he's just slurring his words, he's got the turkey with him and he's like, Lance, these are the jerks I mentioned in the kitchen. It cracks me up every single time. He's being so mean though. Like, he's telling Linda to shut up and he's yelling at Mr. Fischoeder. He's lost his cool completely. And 5 months of rent is nothing to sneeze at. Like, that's an insane amount of money. I can only imagine how much money that is because what is their rent? They own an entire building right near the Wonder Wharf. Like, yeah, it's like right downtown. They must be paying thousands in rent. Like, real money? He was saying real money. 1 month of rent would still be like, that's great. I would do this for 1 month of rent. But
what, their rent has got to be, what, like $2,000, $3,000 at least?
Mm-hmm.
At the very least?
I mean, that's what my idea would be, like a couple grand at least.
Yeah, so then 5 months of that? That's like 10 grand, imagine. Or more.
And Bob, you do not throw that away.
No.
Just for some holiday traditions. So the episode is showing the viewer, I guess, that Bob values family values over money.
Yes.
Which, great, go for it, awesome, except don't. At the same time, when it's literally, we've had this discussion before, when it comes to Bob paying rent.
Mm-hmm.
Love your family, have your family values, great, but don't sacrifice the roof over their heads.
Yes, and Bob does this often, and there are a lot of episodes of Bob's where this becomes kind of a problem because you start noticing this is a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bob doesn't care enough about money, and I know we're supposed to think of that as really sweet, but sometimes it's just stupid.
It's very foolish.
Yeah. I do kind of like that he really loses it the moment that Linda kisses someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because we never really see Bob get jealous of anything, like, to do with Linda anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the beginning of the episode, when Mr. Fischoeder asks him if he's ever been in love, he only says, well, I guess technically I am. And he looks over at Linda.
That's so bad.
Like,
Bob,
harsh.
you're married.
That's so harsh.
Well, I guess technically because I'm married.
No, don't ever say that. Married people out there, don't say that. I'm not married, but I can tell you this. I think it's kind of sweet, I guess. And he just yells, you know, like, get your lips off of her. And I don't know. Maybe that's unhealthy for me to romanticize jealousy. I guess I just want him to, like, really love Linda. So I see this as, like, an expression of love.
Yeah. And I agree. I do like seeing drunk Bob. We get to see him a few times here and there every season. But it's always a treat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do like when we get to see drunk Bob, who's not simultaneously being a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't come that often.
No.
He tends to get a little angry.
I'm looking forward to that episode, the Easter episode, where Bob and Linda get really drunk and hide all the eggs.
Oh.
And they wake up the next morning really hungover and they forgot where they hid all the eggs.
Oh.
That episode is great.
That's a good one. I think that's in season 7, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Either 6 or 7.
Yeah, and season 8 starts October 1st, guys. It's insane. I feel like Bob's just ended, and it's coming back.
It's in like 20 days, guys.
We are so blessed.
Hashtag Bob blessed. Blessed Bobs.
Oh, cute. I like it. All right, let's finish up. Shelby nearly shoots Bob after he runs off with the turkey. The truth comes out after Lance is shot and the Belchers resume Thanksgiving at their home. I really like that Linda goes along with Bob's delusional grief when he's saying, oh, he's just murmuring, and Linda's like, well, what did he say? It's a turkey. You do know that, right? She just goes along with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, get you a girl who can do that. No?
No, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I like it. It's
yeah.
just that whole third act, it completely falls flat. I love Louise pandering to Mr. Fischoeder and sucking up really hard. And I love the kid. I love how she just sends Bob a note under the door saying, I'm not going to take part. I kind of like episodes where people are pretending to be someone different. Mm-hmm.
I just find it fun. So that's part of the appeal to me.
They didn't have to take it that far, in my opinion. Like, they didn't have to have Shelby chasing after Bob and shooting at him.
So if you were to rewrite this episode, you would take out Shelby chasing with a gun and replace it with what?
Maybe... Because why is she chasing Bob?
Because Bob runs away.
Right.
With the turkey. Ow, Lance, you're burning me.
That's not a legitimate reason to chase after someone and shoot them. So maybe Bob doesn't run away with the turkey. He grabs...
Oh, you know what they could have done? I just thought of this. I'll keep it if you've got something.
I was going to say maybe he grabs Linda and... or grabs one of the kids and like, kids run! And like they all run with him out the door. They just leave. And maybe somehow the turkey gets kicked out the window or something. Or like in a shuffle of running, maybe the placemat or like the tablecloth gets yanked off and causes the turkey to like slide off the table and out a window. And then Bob finds it on the ground when they run out of the building or run out of the house. And that's when he is like, oh my God, Lance is injured and he's hurt. And then he's like cradling him. And
okay. See, I'm thinking keep everything before Bob runs off the same. Mm-hmm. But then instead, when Bob grabs Lance, Mr. Fishoder does as well. And they're both kind of like doing a tug of war. And then Lance splits down the middle.
Oh.
And that's when Bob has his whole, oh, Lance is dead moment.
With Mr. Fishoder and Shelby there. Like,
so that we're still in the house. Shelby's still in the kitchen. We can still have everything happen the exact same way. Just remove the gun. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I think that would have solved basically your problem with this episode.
Yep.
It's really the gun that bugs you. Huh.
Well, it's too
over the top.
It's way over the top, and it just takes me out of believability. Like, I can suspend my disbelief for this situation that they've put themselves in. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, I guess I could see that happening if someone was really desperate enough. Like, please pretend to be my wife.
I don't even know if it's desperate. It's just Mr. Fishoder being really eccentric again. Mm-hmm. You know, he wants this woman who only respects herself enough to be the other woman. So he devises a plan with someone he knows would be desperate to do it.
Right.
As long as he offers enough money.
So I can believe that.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I can do it.
Okay.
It's just as soon as Shelby gets out the gun, and I could see her getting out the gun because she's insane. But maybe someone puts it away or like doesn't let her load it or something. Because as soon as she starts shooting, then it's just like, no, I'm done. We
would have to take out her shooting before, like when she actually takes her rifle. We would probably have to take out the whole part about her being a sharpshooter.
No, see, I could have, like, if they went with my idea and having them on the ground and like the turkey flies out the window or whatever.
Yeah.
Shelby maybe leans out the window with the gun to shoot.
Yeah, but you gotta, it's the whole Chekhov's gun thing. Yeah. You see a gun, it's gotta go off at some point, right? True. So I think you'd have to just like erase guns entirely from the episode if you didn't have it in the third act. Like the gun has to go off, right?
Right. Unless it's not bullets. Maybe it's just...
What, like a t-shirt gun?
No, like like a salt, like buckshot or like rock salt. So it could do a lot of damage, but not like
kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No.
Still feel like you'd have to take it out.
Yep.
The last few minutes of the episode when they're all sitting at the table, I was getting like this feeling that it was like Hannibal because they're all talking about eating Bob, and then Linda toasts to how delicious Bob would be. And he goes, Lynn, don't toast to eating me. And we've been watching Hannibal season 3 lately, so immediately I thought of that. And I was like, oh, no, this has gotten too real for me. I can't think about Hannibal and Bob's Burgers at the same time. Ugh. Especially when you think back to the first episode of Bob's Burgers.
Right.
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride. Yeah.
All right. Do you have any last thoughts about this episode before we get to our burgers?
One of my favorite things about this episode that carries on of my love of the show is an endlessly quotable song, which is Linda's Thanksgiving song.
Yes.
Which you absolutely love.
Yeah, I sing it way too often. I don't even, I don't eat turkey. I hate cranberry sauce.
Pass the cranberry sauce.
I don't like stuffing. I basically just eat the potatoes. Mashed potatoes and vegetarian gravy, please.
But you like Linda singing the song.
I do. It's very catchy.
I mean, I like her in that dress as well. It's kind of funny.
That dress that she's fit into like a sausage. I still fit into it.
And she's like waddling around and you can hear it squeaking. And...
She falls over a couple times.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Good stuff.
All right. So burgers were hard to come up with this week. For sure.
I didn't come up with any.
You didn't come up with any?
Like, I have half a burger.
Oh my goodness.
It's really bad.
Okay, well, you gotta give me your half a burger. At least. You can't give me nothing.
I mean, I could.
The listeners, Jason, the listeners are hoping for burgers.
Well, the listeners are desperate to know who won season 2.
Are they?
Entire burger selection All right, how many burgers do you have for this week?
I have 2.
Okay, well, go nuts.
Okay. My first one's really bad. Like, really bad. And you're not gonna laugh at it. Okay, it's fine. Okay. It's the traditional Thanksgiving burger.
Let me guess. It's got radish.
Yes. It's so bad. I'm trying to say it like traditional and it doesn't really work, but it works enough. Traditional Thanksgiving.
It's really bad.
It's so bad. Please. Oh god, I hope someone's laughing along to this or else I just feel really dumb. Anyway, it would be a turkey burger with garlic mayo and thinly sliced radishes. Sounds good. Terrible name. God awful, really. Can you tell me your half a burger? Is it like for people with small appetites? Half a burger?
That's awful. You're so fired from this show. All right, we have an opening in menu. Burger of the Week for a host.
Harsh. Okay, give me your burger.
The Thanksgiving Toast Burger.
Oh.
Which is just made with bread toasted instead of buns.
Oh no. It's between 2 slices of toast.
Yep, it's that bad.
Oh goodness. Okay. And my last one, and most likely the winning one. Okay, it's better.
We'll see.
Is ain't stuffin' to it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Okay, it's a turkey burger with stuffing and cranberry sauce, served with rosemary potatoes instead of fries.
Sure. What does that pun have to do with the episode, though?
There's ain't stuffin' to it, okay? It relates because there ain't nothing to Thanksgiving, Bob. Jeez. Get over
Listeners, she's looking around the room like something's gonna help her answer this question.
Maybe something will pop out and help me.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something to do with, like, sharpshooting, but...
Oh, I kept trying to think of something to do with, like, family values, or traditions, or Thanksgiving. Anyway, that's what I ended up with.
Yeah.
So
it's ain't stuffin' to it.
Ain't stuffin' to it, it's just gonna win?
By
okay.
a mile.
That's good.
We don't need to rock, paper, scissors this.
No.
So, a few weeks ago, we started a poll, and we asked listeners to vote on their favorite burger from our Season 2 episodes.
And we have a winner! We basically didn't put an end on the poll, because I don't know how to do that.
You can't put an end.
Oh, that's silly. Anyway.
Oh, maybe you can. Never mind.
So I've just decided today that we're going to end the poll.
Yeah, we end the poll today.
And the winner is... Da-da-da-da-da!
My burger.
Jeez, you gotta say the name!
Someone craped in the pool. And that burger is from the Season 2 episode, Synchronized Swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Where Louise crapes in the pool, I guess.
Yes, she absolutely does.
Yeah.
So, thank you everybody who voted.
Yes, thank you.
We're gonna make a wallpaper.
Some sort of graphic, anyway.
Some sort of graphic. We've almost got our graphic from Season 1 finished.
Yes.
From Provolone Ranger.
Mm-hmm. So my burger. We're currently tied now.
Yep. I've been working on a little graphic for that, so we'll have 2 of them coming up.
Maybe we'll make like a poster as seasons continue, you know?
If you guys have any ideas of what you'd like us to do, maybe we could do something with some of the other burgers that didn't win that you guys really liked. Let us know.
Yeah. If you have any ideas.
If you feel like your creative burger juices are flowing.
Oh, God. Because ours are not this week.
Not for this week, no. But, yeah, let us know. Send us an email, tweet us, Facebook message us, smoke signal us, snail mail us.
Send us Morse code.
Ooh, send us a telepathic message.
Ooh,
send us dreams.
Ooh, dreams.
Burger
good,
dreams.
Good. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Send
us dreams. Okay. That brings us to the end of Burger of the Week, a Multiverse Radio production. Thank you so much for listening. The best way to spread the word or to show your support is by leaving us a rating and a review on iTunes. If you want to discuss Thanksgiving traditions, holidays, sharpshooting, you can find us on Twitter at Multiverse Radio or Facebook at Multiverse Radio Podcast, and you can always send us an email from our website, multiverseradio.ca. And next week we will be discussing Season 3, Episode 6, The Deepening.
So, should we watch Jaws before it or not?
Probably. Neither of us have seen Jaws, and this is a shark episode. So, get those chompers ready. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Bye!
Bye.